Launched at very early afternoon, we made our first stop at King George marker to chase some squid. The water was unreal. I did not even set up my cameras and Mima was on. The squid was quite small, but that was all we needed for a fresh bite later on at St. Leonards chasing King George Whitting. Water was very clear and we could spot squid above grass patches. It felt a bit like a visual fishing. Managed around a dozen squid. The best jig for the day was Jerry's Shimano PRF orangey color, and Mima was getting them on our all-time favorite Yamashita solid black, size 30. As it was already getting late, we took off to our marker in front of St. Leonards 6-meter depth. Best results lately catching King George Whitting we had on Paternoster rig. Black Magic, Hayabusa or Redis are your best choice. This time we were using Redis rigs and there is a bit of a trick to this rig. King George Whitting feed very low in the water column, basically on the bottom. This rig comes with an extensive amount of line where you attach your sinker. The trick is to make sure you make your loop around 10 centimeters past the bottom hook, so your hook sits all the way down to the bottom. Well, I always say don't put all your eggs in one basket. While chasing King George Whitting at St. Leonards, it's a good idea to have a squid jig down. Most of the time, you will catch them. Okay, another thing that worked great for us is the way I bait my hook. Small square piece of squid pushed all the way up the hook. And I top it up with a small square piece of pilchard. My hook is totally exposed and some people would say that's not good, but the result speaks for himself. Depending on the day, you do need to improvise and work out what's the best for you. One day pippies are the best, next day pippies with a squid cocktail, another day just long strip of squid. Today small square of squid and pilchard was the goal. Another trick was not to react on a first bite, but slowly lift the rod and wind slowly back. That produced a second bite, which was more aggressive, and because we used Mutu circle hooks, fish was hooked right away. Even the top paternoster hook we would load exactly the same. Small square of squid and pilchard. In all honesty, the top hook majority of times will just get yuccas, tommy ruff and other fish, but we did get King George Whiting on it as well. Sometimes we even get double hookups on paternoster. In the meantime, we had Daniel fishing right next to us. I did tell him that pilchard was the key for us. In no time, they start catching as well. Amazing how many yuccas under the boat. More amazing is how we catch so much whiting. At one stage, they just kept coming. We did get few yuccas as well, but mainly on the top hook. The key was to have a burley bucket on the side of the boat and throw 5 to 10 meters away from the boat. Yuccas would accumulate at the burley bucket, so we target whiting away from the boat. This is how small I cut my squid. With the pilchard, I would take a fillet, slice the fillet long ways in half, and after that I would cut it in small cubes. I put the squid first, then I put the pilchard. To make it easier, I use the flesh side of the pilchard first and then penetrate through the skin. Again, still plenty yuccas around the burley bucket, but we're still catching whiting. After a while, we had enough fish, so we started taking some fancy video footage. There are lots of other species passing by, like this stingray and pufferfish, but few times on camera we got this small fish called silver belly. They normally travel in a big spool. As whiting slowed down a bit, we spotted garfish on the surface. A small long shank hook with a small slice of fresh yucca fillet worked a treat. I normally would target them on silverfish, but that is hard to find lately. Squid, maggots or small piece of flathead flesh works good as well. One more whiting for the day. As the sun was on its way down, it was time to get back to the ramp.